Okay, well, we've made it full circle. You made it through. Give yourself a hand. All day. Wow. And, you know, this is our first Race, Poverty, and Social Justice Conference in Central Virginia. I believe it may be the first of its kind ever, so it's groundbreaking. I want you to go back and tell your friends how much you learned. Who learned something? Anyone learn? I learned a lot too. I was challenged. This morning by Martha. She said she was going to speak to her heart, from her heart, and she did. And Warnie was enlightening. And I'm sure we had some great workshops. Did we not? Did we have good workshops as well? Man, we've set the bar high for next year. For those who didn't hear, next year the conference will be the first weekend in November. And we're going to have it here. So that's where it's going to be. Second annual. Get ready. Workshop presenters, don't forget we have gift bags for you if you have not received a gift bag. Let's give our workshop presenters a hand. And just quickly, what we'd like to do is just debrief. Oh, just want to, for you who may not have been at lunch today, just want to remind you about this fabulous Facing the Past, Bring the Future Slavery Symposium that Thomas Jefferson Poplar Forest will be having in April. A lot of great speakers will be there. We'll put this on our website as well. I know it's on Randolph College's website, and so you'll be hearing more about that. Okay? Just a reminder of that. So just quickly, we just want to capture some of the things you'd like to see next. What would you like to see happen next? And Virgil will just throw out some things. Anyone? Just as a result of this conference, in between the conference and the next year. Anything?
Whether it's been kind of positive action in the community from this workshop.
Okay. All right. Did you get that? Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, building off of that, there could be the creation of a listserv.
Okay.
And that somehow be sent out that have people's areas of interest or wherever it is that have to perhaps work or have been involved in the community level, so it can make connections.
Okay.
One another for a project.
Yes.
Also, I don't know if you all have it, but is there a Facebook page for this group?
Yes. Many Voices, One Community. Great question. Anything else?
I think it's not a specific thing. I just think so many good ideas came up, and there's so much human power here, and so much motivation here, and so much has to do with just maybe not even a huge number of people, just some number of people who make it their job to be the hub, to keep people connected, to keep people informed, to keep people coming out for specific things.
Okay.
So the energy gets captured.
We'll try. And part of the challenge with that is that I'm working part-time, and it's just a challenge.
But you can always ask for volunteers to belong to that hub if you want to put your name in, and maybe you can draw a group of volunteers that want to stay involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be good to hear anecdotal stories of things that work, that even if it's just one person, because a lot of times you don't always get to be in a room where you can make a change. It might be one thing that you say or one thing that you're willing to do that makes a change somewhere. It's not always a big room.
Okay. Anything else?
I think from a presentation standpoint, I'd like to see some more information on the criminal justice system, the legal system, and perhaps some presentations about that system in effect on poverty and racism. Because it seemed that a lot of the workshops that I went to touched on that topic, Dr. Warney, spoke on that, but it'd be nice to go, I think, further in depth on that.
Okay. Yes.
Building on that, I was thinking maybe we could create work groups or reading groups. So just create, get together, everyone reads maybe a piece of Wardy's work, and then gets together and has discussions and that sort of thing.
Okay. Anyone? Yes.
Something added on the psychological and therapeutic or therapy, social work aspect of how it could relate with
Okay.
poverty and racism.
All right. Now, there was a suggestion to have a 2-day conference next year.
I'm voting for a biannual conference rather than every year, because I think there's an awful lot of work to be done. Number one, put it on. 1 hour repeat conference, what trouble scheduling. So I'm voting for biannual.
I don't think we'll have an issue finding people to speak. Yeah.
Even like workshops leading up to the conference.
Okay. I've heard maybe an extension of a workshop that was offered, and we will be into some conversation about that. So making it longer.
Also, I mean, it may not as part of this particular workshop, something to engage our youth, perhaps something, a small youth conference or something like that. So I thought there was, good information, we can present it in a youthful way though. That's the struggle. I really think, developing our next generation of, interested young people and activists should be key to what we're doing.
Anything?
We
Yes.
have dialogues, but evidently there are no more dialogues during the year. Wouldn't it be good to have something a little more ongoing so people just didn't show up once a year or twice a year, but have something continual so maybe something would change or get done?
Awesome. It would be great if we were an ongoing organization that received funding from the community and we could do a lot of these things.
Well, I will say, to MBOC's credit, and the Community Education Committee, we put on several activities throughout the year. One just recently, we do a movie series every summer for the past 3 summers now, where we show different movies during the summer about race and racism. We have a discussion around those films. I think last year we did 3 sessions on racial profiling. We've done some information sessions at the library on housing. So we're still here, we're still going. There's activity going on. We always need your voice and your help and your input and your resources when it comes to putting on these events, or your assistance in getting out the information or activities that we're having. But yeah, we're still here, and definitely we can always connect you, get you plugged in, get you doing things to help us and assist us.
As long as your email address is legible and accurate, because we have a number of emails that are not working anymore for people who were involved in the original dialogue. The other thing is we, and just briefly, I'll say, we did try to continue the dialogues on kind of a twice-a-year basis, and the participation was kind of low. And that partly, I think it's because the people who were engaged, there were so many people that we engaged in the beginning. And so what we decided to do was to have conversations in different ways. And so not everybody wants to come to a 6-week study circle, but we can certainly have other means, and I appreciate the input about other ways that we can do that. It is important to keep people engaged and involved. And so maybe we can think of other creative ways to do that as well. And also mobilizing to speak up on certain issues in our community. I think that's something that I'd like to see. I mean, because with the recent events, it would have been great if we could have said, okay, this is an issue that we see in the community, everybody speak up, write letters and all that kind of good stuff also.
I teach in a global Talent University, and the way the listservs work is just extraordinary. If people get on it and are ready for it, I think we can learn a lot about what's happening that we could potentially be part of, by being part of that.
Okay. We'll look into creating maybe a listserv then. That might be one thing that we could do. I mean, we said, did we have that in? I don't know how complicated that is. Anything else?
Oh,
Yes. Yes. Going once.
He's asking what it is.
I told you the short explanation of listserv.
It's just taking everyone's names, putting us all together so that we can send emails. So emails can go to everyone, so everyone can be informed about something that's happening. Is that what you're doing?
At least what I do is groups.
I know, one of the other things we're going to try to do is get the presentations from workshop presenters who had presentations. And if we can make that available, where's Ken? Ken?
Right there.
There you are, Ken. Ken has been wonderful, and so is Teresa. They both work here at Randolph, and they've helped tremendously with a lot of the logistics stuff. So just want to point that out. But Ken, who?
I was just saying also to work it.
Well, yes, DeWarding has been wonderful as well. I was pointing out those two because they're on our board, but thank you very much. So we'll talk about, getting the workshop presentations and also Dr. Reed's presentation and putting that on the website. I think that might be it. All right?
We got one in there.
Yes.
Just talk loud.
Next Saturday, October the 19th, is Harambe, which means let's all pull together. Will be held at the Legacy Museum of African American History. So how many people have been to the Legacy Museum? I'm really surprised. That is wonderful. Okay. It's at 403 Monroe Street from 10 to 2. The exhibit is outside. We're just having a different, like singing, dancing, different kind of things. A lot of speakers. We're even having the superintendent. We're having the city manager. So we're having a variety of people speaking and singing. Reverend Coleman be there singing. No, you don't sing. He's speaking. He's speaking. Sorry. He's speaking. He's doing spoken word. So you should come out if you can. It's $1 to get in, but you can donate more than $1 if you like, because we're trying to raise $100,000, which I know is a lot, but we have to start somewhere. Thank you.
Oh, just one other thing. One issue came up in one workshop that, just to make you aware of, that this may come up in terms of a community concern, but TriTech Industries in Lynchburg, Virginia, there are some environmental issues there. In addition, there are really some internal issues with how they treat their employees, but I'm not exactly sure what we can do with that, about that. But there are some serious issues with that one organization. So if you see something in the newspaper about TriTech, please pay attention. All right, thank you. Have a good evening. You don't have to go home, but you gotta get out of here.